Well, welcome to part three of the series about pivoting on Pinterest. As I film this, it's 2025, and if you're a blogger, Pinterest you've probably been cussing at it, honestly. But they did a Pinterest Presents, and oh my gosh, full of information. And the other videos, I've talked through like the things that you need to pivot on, okay? Who you need to be talking to, how you need to be finding your keywords, all of those things. And so today we're going to talk about um, just the way that Pinterest looks and how, if you pivot, you can 100% build a totally different stream of income in your business, in your blog. Okay, we have to think of our blog as a business. Okay, so we're going to head over to Pinterest. We're going to take a look, and I'm going to give some ideas. Okay, so let's take a look here. I've already typed in a keyword, because you can do it with just about anything. Okay, like there's not really a niche, probably, that there is not huge possibilities. So like this is a quilting sewing niche. I typed in star quilt pattern. And you can see when it comes up, I'm on laptop right now, but even on mobile, the first thing you see are patterns to buy. Now this goes back to lesson number one when we talked about Gen Z is the most active people on Pinterest, and they use Pinterest like a search engine. Like we used to use Google, to find the things that we want to buy. And so Pinterest recognizes that. They gave a case study about um, IKEA and how much money IKEA spends a month doing Pinterest ads. And so I want you to just take a look here and see. Some of these are Etsy. So, Etsy has dumped their entire, pretty close to it, their entire catalog. So if you've got an Etsy store, one of the things I would recommend is looking at these keywords. So if you have an Etsy store, I have one. Um, we were always kind of told in the past, like, go in and kind of keyword stuff or whatever. And that just isn't working on Etsy anymore. Etsy is oversaturated. You need to really drive your own traffic. But if you had a star quilt pattern and you had it on Etsy, my title would be star quilt pattern. Because then when Etsy uploads it, Pinterest is going to pick it up. Okay, you can also do this if you have a Shopify or WooCommerce. Okay, either one of those, um, you will end up starting to show up even above other blog posts. Okay, so they've got a shop button and then they've got other ideas. And you've got people that they may not be ready to buy a quilt pattern right this second, but they're ready to learn more about Star Quilt. How hard is it? All the things, okay? We can do this with just about any niche. So let's do knitting pattern. Well, let's try this one. Okay, so if it's a free one, then I'm not seeing the advertising ones. Doing this live with you guys. Let's say I do knitting patterns for sweaters, then all of the shopping comes up. Here's the thing, okay? No matter what niche you're in, okay, every single month I do a live Pinterest Q&A. That would be a great question in there. Like, here's my niche. What type of digital product could I make? Okay, and I'll give you one to two ideas. I also dig into this in my mastermind because if you have digital products, you're going to be able to get up there. It just is what it is. Okay. So, and there's so much possibility here. Okay. So let's talk about like, um, let's try chocolate chip cookies and see if anything pops up. Okay. So those are all recipes. So here's where the opportunity is. Okay. If you had an ebook on, um, or even like recipe cards where you're just selling one recipe card, people will pay for that because there's no annoying ads. There's no, they don't have to click and do all the things. So you can totally 100% create a library of different things. Okay. Um, there's so many possibilities with that. Really short ebooks. You don't have to make a complete cookbook. You could really do like a 10 to 15 page ebook. There are some AI stuff out there, Replit, Lovable, probably even ChatGPT could really kind of help you set all that up. Canva is really good about helping with that too. Their AI has gotten really good lately. They did some rollouts. So, what could you create that would be digital products that could get you up to the top of that? Okay. And before you're like, Connie, I want them to visit my blog for ad traffic. Okay. Let's talk some real numbers here. Okay. I create crochet patterns, I create sewing patterns, and I create cross stitch patterns. Okay. All three of those. Let me just give you just from my own. Okay. I could sell a cross stitch pattern. I sell them all day long for $5 to $6 a piece. Okay. Now, they usually are coming from Pinterest over to my blog. They hit the button, they buy. Do you know how much blog traffic ad revenue I'm making off that? Anybody want to guess? It's about 5 cents. 5 cents. Okay. If I sell a $5 pattern versus a 5 cents ad revenue, that's a no-brainer. Okay. Is it going to take you some time? Yes. I didn't create all of these patterns in like overnight. It has taken time. It's taken getting a system in place to be able to duplicate things to make it go faster. But I have no doubt with the right strategy that any of you guys can do this. Anybody can do this. I have people in the mastermind who have physical products, and um, you just have to become a verified merchant on Pinterest, which is just uploading your catalog. Super simple. Pinterest and Shopify specifically make it so simple. So simple. It took it maybe, I don't know, 3 minutes, maybe. So I want you to think about like maybe it's time to pivot a little bit. Ad revenue is down. Like there was a whole topic about that in Grayson's Facebook group that I'm in. Like everybody was saying, minus a couple of people, their ad traffic is down, their RPMs are down. So this is your sign that maybe time to pivot a little bit. Okay, what could you create? Go over to ChatGPT and say, here's what my blog's about. What type of digital products could I create? Okay, you could really have some fun with this. Really have some fun with this. So I want you to think about it, okay? If you have specific questions, you can bring them to the monthly Q&A that I do, where you can ask one question. Um, or if you really want me to sit down and strategize with you, kind of give you some thoughts, help you make over your Pinterest, then the mastermind is where it is. Okay? Because there you're going to get me Monday through Friday. So Anyway, I hope this was helpful. We're going to dive into Pinterest ads in the next training of this series, and that'll be the last one for the series on what is working in Pinterest ads, what isn't working, are they worth running? Okay, I've been testing quite a few different things. Pinterest actually gave me an account manager. And so we literally spent an hour going over stuff the other day, and I actually learned some stuff I did not know. So we're going to talk about that in the next video, okay? A new video drops every Monday. I put out an email every Friday. So I hope that you'll join the Q&A and we will chat next Monday.